Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's art. We're live.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't usually see a lot of Julie Bell pieces. I know that Jose has, I think it's some of the Spectrums.
Right.
They're like kind of like the I forgot there's the fantasy collection books or something that turns out that you actually have to pay to be in them. It's supposed to be prestigious, but and I thought that they were always curated and judged, but no, you pay to actually have your paintings featured in the Spectrum book. It's so talk about like killing the buzz on it. It's like finding out how easily you can actually job the New York Times bestseller. But that's besides the point. So Julie Bell, I usually don't see a lot of pieces from.
Right.
And because you're posting a lot of like Frazetta and Boris, it's like, especially if you're posting Boris, you end up with a lot of Julie Bell pieces as well.
But I like some of her solo work even better than their collaborations.
Well, right, because what I find really funny about Julie Bell's work, not funny, haha, but her paintings have a lot more movement to them than Boris's. Like if you see Boris's cartoony stuff, right, which he does before he does the paintings, his studies,
right,
for some reason something happens in the translation. Like he's so caught up in making sure that everything matches the photographic models that there's a certain trademark stiffness to his work. But Julie Bell has been able to kind of like combine the two. So she has kind of like the realistic painting style with kind of like a comic book movement,
right?
Comic book posing in the work.
And in her solo pieces, she throws caution to the wind with color.
Yeah.
Like, some of her pieces just spring to life, just the bright blues and purples, and just like it's gorgeous.
Right. And also I could imagine too that photography doesn't do these paintings any justice.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Because there was one convention where I was at where I was sitting across, our table was across from Tim Hildebrandt.
Ooh.
And he had all of this set up. He had the original, the original to Clash of the Titans, the Harryhausen version. And look, there is no camera in existence that can pick up the colors that you see from the actual painting front of you. I mean, I have never seen a Booth glow in the dark without light. Like it's like, forget Thomas Kinkade. He's not the painter of light. Tim Hildebrandt is, or was it Greg Hildebrandt? Either one of the Hildebrandts. No,
right.
Tim Hildebrandt's the brother. I think we were sitting across from Greg Hildebrandt. So it's Greg Hildebrandt, because sometimes they also collaborated on paintings as well. Tim Hildebrandt did the original painting for the Secret of NIMH poster.
Oh,
that's Tim Hildebrandt. Greg Hildebrandt is a lot of the times they worked as like they did like Tolkien paintings together. They did a lot of paintings together, so they might as well be the same person. But you have to see these paintings in person. Really, you have to if you get the chance.
I'm untraveled.
Oh, well.
Good morning, everyone. It is May 27th, 2024, and this is the Rage Into the Vlogs.
Yeah. Well,
mood is better though.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And this show is dedicated to all the homies who have to work today while everyone else is barbecuing and at the beach.
Whoo, you ready for this shit?
Absolutely not, but hit it. Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
morning, Daphne.
we have to admit though, the only reason we have a show today is because we forgot today was we forgot today was a holiday.
Nah, it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, but it's like, we
Get it
figured
done. And
out.
what are we doing? It's 90
Right.
fucking degrees already outside
Yeah,
here.
it's
What
been pretty
do?
warmish over
No,
here too. I mean,
I'm just
it's
good.
muggy because it thunderstormed this morning, so it's still kind of muggy because of that. And it's like,
Yeah, we got weather coming.
yeah, I don't know if it's going to continue raining later, but it's like you can kind of like, yeah, it's muggy, so maybe so who's joining us? Who also forgot today was a holiday? In the chat today?
Joseph,
Hey, Joseph, hello.
Allison, Michael. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning. Good morning.
everybody. Good
I
morning.
got
And
hiccups.
yes,
Great.
oh no. And yes, I see you, my beautiful eyeball people watching us from regions beyond. If you're watching us from Facebook, if you're watching us from LinkedIn, come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat. And while you're here, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't get notified. So you do get notified. You do want to get notified.
You don't,
you
but
do.
sometimes
You do want to get notified whenever any of our shows go live. And here I was about to brag about, isn't it funny? Some of these things that I can commit to memory without a cue card, and I end up messing that up anyway. So,
perfect.
oh my goodness. Yeah. So I guess we might as well just start with
Let's
introductions
do
and
it.
just get it done. Hi everyone, my name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing since 1992, and you know what that means.
Valar Morghulis.
Valar Duhairis.
And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which we are packing up right now as we speak. I received the books the other day, and so if you pledged to Tall Tales, Tears of the Mother, we are packing that up, and we should start getting those boxes out. The first pledges out by Wednesday, hopefully. So yeah, and also if you pledge to Magi's Grace, those are going out too. So by tomorrow, we have all those labeled. Tomorrow, I'm going to take everything to the post office, and then once that's gone, we're going to start getting out Tall Tales as well. So thank you so much to everybody who pledged to the campaign. And I am also known for my medieval fantasy drama Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which returns to Kickstarter June 10th with Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn Volume 2, which collects issues 5 through 8 of this 15-issue series. So I'm gonna it's like I keep forgetting to do this. It's like I don't know why. It's like I should just like grab it, and let me just put it in the chat here. So yes, so the link is in the show notes for the pre-launch, and I just put it in the chat as well. I'm trying to hit 200 followers before we go live on June 10th. So make sure that you sign up, because I got like a lot of goodies that especially if you are on like the first to 4 days of the campaign, there's some interesting things going on that you don't want to miss out on. So again, make sure that you follow the link and hit the button so that you get notified when the campaign goes live on June 10th. Also, in the meantime, you can read both my comics online at eagleworks.com, EGOWRKS, and Tall Tales, TAILS online.com. And you can check out all of my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, L-A-G-E Art, where I have an archive of about 500 plus videos and past live streams and draw streams for you to watch. So, and remember that it also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network, because I almost forgot that myself. And to tell you more about it, here's Nita.
I'm Nita. I'm unscripted. I don't have cue cards because I'm not smart and I don't plan things out like Daphne. But I have a YouTube channel, and it's called the Indie Comics Network, and we talk about comics and stuff, and you can find it at indiecomicsnetwork.com.
Where can you find it again?
indiecomicsnetwork.com.
It's .com.
Cut.
At least as long as I remember to pay for it.
Oh well. Oops.
No, I'm good. I'm good for a year.
Right.
I'm
Oh,
good
there
for a
you
year.
go. Yeah.
But I did forget and lost the link for like 2 weeks.
Oh. Uh oh. But we still have it. So
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
They just charged me a little more.
Oh well, you know.
They're like,
you
you've been using this?
Uh-huh.
Let me throw this shit on GoDaddy's.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Fucking
Yeah.
$1,500 a year. You can suck it.
What?
No, I went with someone else.
Right. No, Jesus Christ. Domains at DreamHost, the domains cost me like $20 a year.
$25.99 or something
yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
Per
Yeah.
year. And it was only
Yeah.
17, but I let it lapse.
Right. You know, it's like, yeah, I have the domains for like $20 a year, but the one that's actually hosted, that's like 120 a year.
Right.
You know, so the one you actually activate to put a website on, that's where you're paying more money per year. But if you just want the domain, it's like $20.
I just used mine for an air tag.
Oh, I see.
Where's Nia? Oh, yeah, right there. Right there. I can
I
use it
see.
wherever the fuck I want.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Pornhub, YouTube, whatever.
Oh no.
I'll leave it on YouTube.
Oh my goodness. So you said that you were watching a bunch of art documentaries?
Well, one.
I mean,
just watching the Dave Stevens documentary. And now
Yeah.
I am going to watch the Frazetta documentary later.
Mhm. Right.
But today was this morning we were watching one on Dave Stevens. God, and you talk about put you in a fucking mood, man.
Right. Well,
like,
yeah, that
like
is,
you leave,
yeah.
you fucking end it, and you're like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah, I know.
Or at least
Yeah.
my time.
Right. Oh yeah, that's you know, but yeah, I mean, it's like before we get into that, right? I want to show what I bought this weekend, or
Oh, I got some stuff too.
you got stuff to show
I
off?
got stuff too.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So, this was something that I've been thinking about since the last time me and Jose were at Hanley's. About several weeks ago, we went to Hanley's, and I'm always looking at their manga section. But the thing is, though, is like once you experience the manga section, or at least even the comic book section, the trade paperback section at the Barnes and Nobles on Union Square, it's very small. It's very lacking. It's very lacking. So there was this book that I saw, this manga. It's called A Tale of the Secret Saint. And this one kind of caught my attention there at Hanley's, but I only they didn't have issue 1. They didn't have issue 1, so I bought issue 1 on Amazon. So I have issue 2 coming later today. There's 2 other books that I bought that I was hoping to get before the show so I could show it off. But I guess on Friday we're going to. I'll show you then, because you're not going to believe the 2 books I got. But this one is a manga. It's just let's see, a graceless knight but mighty saint. Born into a family of knights, Fia has always dreamed of following the path to knighthood too, except she is the least talented of them all. One day, on the day of her initiation test, a deadly injury prompts her life to flash before her eyes and reveal her former life as a powerful saint who defeated the Demon King in a bygone era. Her painful death as a saint made her swear she'd never accept sainthood and its dangers again. But now, with her saintly powers returned, Fia has the chance to be a more powerful knight than she'd ever dreamed of. That is, if she can last long enough. They're very dramatic. Manga, it's like the way they write the blurbs for manga is very dramatic. But but it seems like pretty cute, and I like the artwork. I mean, it's really funny that for a style that people like to dismiss as, oh, it looks all the same. No, they don't
really
look all the same. They really don't. There's certain things. So I was just really so I figured, so I also got the second volume. Last I checked, the series is 10 volumes, or at least I'm hoping it's just 10 volumes. I know that I mentioned it on a previous show that I don't like committing to manga that's like too long. But we'll see. So yeah, so this is Tale of the Secret Saint that I picked up from Amazon.
Nice.
It. So what do you got? What are you showing off today?
Oh no. Okay. So like, okay.
What did you get? What did you get?
All right. So we went by Ollie's, right?
Right. Okay.
And I am okay. This is God. Everybody's gonna be like, God, she's such a fucking dork. But I got the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans Go fucking set.
Oh no!
Because I'm sorry. If like I know I am not a superhero fan. I'm just not. But I do like the Teen Titans. And I especially like have a fondness for Teen Titans Go, which I know everybody's gonna be like, yeah. Whatever.
That's but that's like kind of like that's the really cartoony one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. That looks
very
like
much
Powerpuff
so.
Girls.
Yeah, a little
Right,
bit. Yeah. It does.
Right.
But it's like I just
Right.
love it so much.
Oh, look at that! They even got a cutie Lobo there.
They do. It's fucking greatness. It is. I picked it up and I was like, holy crap, man. Fucking I wouldn't leave it for fucking $6. Like,
well, oh, that's a good price. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, but this is what I got.
Oh, what'd you get?
I got the Blizzard's Forging Worlds art book.
Oh,
the older Blizzard pieces. Fucking full of just fantastical fucking shit.
Oh no,
shit
yeah,
that
that's
got you into gaming. Like this is just some like beautiful stuff.
Before Blizzard fired everybody.
Yeah. But I was just like, holy crap. And the fact that I think we walked out of there with this for $12.
Oh my God. I know we have a Books a Million.
Nice.
Yeah, I know that there's a Books a Million in the city somewhere that we should probably visit again. You know, because it's like, it's like you know, to get the
save that. You should save that for September.
Oh no, absolutely. You know, it's like because Jose was like going, oh, so where does Anita want to go when she comes?
I want to go to your house, and
I said
sit on your couch and eat food.
Right, yeah, and he goes, no, we have to do something.
Okay. Well, then we'll go to the bookstore.
Right. Yes, we'll go to the bookstore.
We'll go to the bookstore. I'm gonna open some packages while we talk too.
Okay.
I'm behind on
this shit. Because Books a Million. Yeah, because it's like I know that Randy talks a lot about Ollie's because we don't have Ollie's here. I guess that's kind of like more Midwest-ish type of where you are. Yeah, I know, but you're in the middle. If you slice the United States into 3 equal parts, you're technically in the middle.
Ooh, there's all kinds of stuff in this box.
You know? So but yeah, the closest we have, so what we have is Books a Million.
Yeah, our last Books a Million died probably 6 years ago.
Right.
7 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, we got shit all up in this box. Okay, look at this. Got a keychain.
Oh, another store that I haven't been to in a while is Kinokuniya. It's a Japanese bookstore, but like legit Japanese bookstore. It's an actual Japanese bookstore from Japan.
Right.
And it's like, the only thing though, it's like it's the last time I was there, it really is like more of a traditional Japanese bookstore where like all the manga is shrink wrapped. That's the only thing. It's like, you kind of have to know
you can't flip it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, but just to kind of like see it, you know, kind of just see what's there. It's like,
fuck you, Will. I like what I like. I'm a fucking dork, man.
You know?
All right. Yeah. What would you expect? Like, fucking, I Hate Fairyland and Rat Queens are among my favorite comics. So.
Yeah. I mean, but I guess it just goes to show you that sometimes things have to be adapted into a different, I don't know, kind of like a different aesthetic. I mean, it's
I like Teen Titans as well.
Right. Yeah,
but only up to like certain issues.
Oh, right.
And way back.
Right.
old Teen Titans.
Well, George Perez.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
of course.
but
Yeah.
like
someone better be doing a documentary about George Perez.
that's as mainstream as my ass gets. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna do a documentary on him.
Somebody
For
better
sure.
be doing a documentary about George Perez. Because I mean, talk about a guy that he is greatly missed.
Right.
Although I have to look it up. It's like I forget his complete name, Jose Garcia Lopez.
Yeah.
Right. Where I had heard recently that they're going to Kickstarter the I guess like the DC character guide that he drew, that he did I guess like the character Bible, I guess. I'm not, so it's like, oh, okay, so I got to keep an eye out for that when that comes out. He says, yeah, I'm not a superhero head either, but you got to put respect where it belongs,
Right,
when it comes to certain artists,
And the man was a great and
Right.
did it well. Like
Right,
I can honestly say I can understand some people's fascination, and I can definitely appreciate many art.
Right.
Many different art styles
Uh-huh.
in genres that don't
Right.
interest me personally.
Right. Yeah.
know?
Yeah. No, it's kind of like how Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like it's just like every generation has their iteration of
Right.
of the turtles, and it's like because I think that also this last iteration looks a lot like they're using that style that they did with Teen Titans Go, like it's very cartoony.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not
Well, I mean, it just, but it's somebody is building their formative years on that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, it's kind of like realizing that there were people who developed their love for Star Wars for the prequels. It's like, we're sorry.
I'm
We're
sorry. Well, speaking of Kickstarters,
Yeah.
so I got this in.
Oh.
It's
that's
Lori
Lori's
Kalkatari's Path of the Pale Rider.
Uh-huh.
This is her trade paperback because y'all know that's my thing
Right.
now. I'm doing all the trade
paperbacks.
You talk about a fucking campaign packed with stuff. She had all kinds of goodies in here. I am not sure what this even is.
How many pages is that book? That's a really thick book.
If they're numbered.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's kind of funny how a lot of trades don't number their pages.
It's a fucking fat ass book.
Yeah, it really is.
And it's mostly comic. I mean, she's got her covers to the back.
Oh, yes, you got cover gallery and
right. And but I mean, it's put together nicely. Fucking she packaged it great. Got some trading cards. Got some pins.
Right. Oh wow. Stuffs. Oh, very nice. Very nice.
I am going. I don't know what this is, but it's liquid. It's either lube or hot sauce or something.
Oh, she does doesn't she? Isn't she doing hot sauces now?
Yeah. Okay. So it's
so don't use hot sauce as lube, Nita. No, I have
the story, but it's for the fucking green room, not here.
Oh no!
Oh, bro, it's so bad. It's so bad.
No, yeah, so
but sometimes perseverance.
Sauce, yeah. So I think that she's doing hot sauce too.
Yeah, I'm sure it's her hot sauce. Most likely
that's hot sauce.
It's hot sauce. It is. Lori's a good girl. She's not like me.
Because I don't want to get like the DM. That's you essentially going, yeah, it's hot sauce. And I go, really? She goes, yeah. I don't want to get the DMs that sound like that.
Oh, shit.
But I mean, hot sauce is so random though. I mean, is this something that it really is her own recipe or something?
I believe it's customized. Yeah, I do believe I remember hearing that. Props Dance did it. A Madness base.
Oh, really?
Sauce at one time. I believe it's with the same people. I can't recall who it is. But a lot of people have done it.
Right.
And she's like Allison said, she lives in Texas. My mind leaves the gutter sometimes. Sometimes.
I would do a hot sauce, but it would just be barbecue sauce. It wouldn't
That's
be
not a
hot
hot
sauce.
sauce. That's a
No,
barbecue sauce.
but that's how not spicy my hot sauce would be. It would just be barbecue sauce.
Lame. Yankee.
You know?
Yankee.
I like my food plain and my books spicy.
Oh my god. I like everything spicy.
Right. Oh, hold on. Maybe that's my Amazon package. Hold on. Because I just heard the doorbell. Let me check that. Let me check that.
So I also got gifted this really cool package from Sam Payne Art. He sent me some these are some really quality, nice stickers. So check those out. Yeah, I'd make myself big, but I don't feel like touching buttons right now. Let's see. What else do we have in here? I've got some Archie variants. Ah, yes. And God, his art is fucking fantastic. And I have to open this up. Let's see. What's in here?
Ah, yes. So what are you opening up there?
Sam Payne gifted me some comics and some stuffs. And he does like the Archies.
Oh.
And they are some of this stuff is nice. Like he sent me a fucking full sheet of stickers.
Oh, was there
stickers?
I missed the context. Was it oh, very nice. Oh, those are actually pretty.
Right. And he's got these covers. I fucking like I feel bad because I haven't seen much of his stuff until recently.
Right.
But I really dig his art.
Uh-huh.
And he just like messaged. It's weird because I didn't message him at all. He just messaged me out the blue and he's like, "Hey, can I send you a package?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?"
Very Dan DeCarlo inspired,
right?
Oh wow!
Yeah, hello nurse.
Yeah, hello nurse. Yeah, that's funny.
So what you got, Leish?
Oh yeah. So let me see. Okay, so let me see. So this one. So my Amazon package. So this one should be yes. So this one is the second volume to the Secret Saint. So so now whenever we go out again and I see like the next issues, I could just pick them up now because now it's like, okay, I have issues 1 and 2, so I can continue. Although there's another series that I have. The only reason I bought these was because they were on sale at the outlet. So they were like half off. So this one is the Sacred Blacksmith. This one, so this one I have 7, 8, and 3. I've yet to pick up issue volume 1 because I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But the only reason I think I probably would have picked these up full price anyway, but the fact that they were like $7 a piece as opposed to 14, made it a lot easier to make that decision. So but usually I try to start at volume 1, so these are so this is volume 1 and volume 2 of the Secret Saint. So hold on, let me just put my book back here. It's like, I fixed my bookshelf and already it's like I'm running out of space, but that's, So these two. Oh, go ahead. Now it's your turn to show something.
No, I'm gonna taste this shit because now that we've established
the hot
it's
sauce?
not lube, I'm gonna eat it. I wonder how spicy it is.
It's a spice.
Did I just do the whole little packet? Yeah, what'd you do that?
Oh my goodness! So this is going to be not a challenge.
Ooh, it smells good.
Right. I can't believe I bought these, but I'll wait until you finish your hot sauce.
That is
good
stuff. It's really good stuff. It's a little
good.
sweet.
It's not barbecue sauce.
It's not barbecue. It's got a kick, but like just hot enough.
Right. Like, are you going to end up with heartburn after this?
I don't get heartburn. I'm Cajun.
Oh, you don't? Oh, very. You see, that's why I can't eat spicy stuff because I'm very susceptible to heartburn. So I can't.
Yeah, it's got a kick.
Got a kick?
Got a little kick, yeah.
Right.
Good stuff.
Okay. So if you want to buy comics and hot sauce,
hit up Lori Calpatori because
Yeah.
this shit's actually good. I wouldn't mind
Right.
having a bottle of it.
Right. And then later on, you're gonna DM going, why did you eat the lube?
Let's fun out.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So
This is a really good flavor.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So for my barbecue sauce ass, right? Like I said, it's like I like my sauces plain and my books spicy, right? So so you guys know I'm in my fantasy smut era. And and I've been also researching a lot of like different authors and what they're writing. And also it's like the type of artwork that they commission for their covers. Right? And because there's because especially like what really really fascinates me about like these fantasy romance is how many of them use very cartoony style covers.
Oh wow, yeah. And some of them are really
well. So they're very cartoony, right? And it seems that it all stemmed from this one particular woman who's kind of like the what was her name? Hold on, I think like she was the one who set the trend. Right. Let's see. Where did let me see.
There's a goddamn fly in my office.
Really? Is it the same one? Is it the same
no, I think his lifespan was over, but this is a new one. This is Hank.
Oh no. So yeah, so
the
the name of the artist that I guess started this trend is Lenny Kaufman. And she's a graphic designer that kind of like stumbled into doing book covers. while Anita's doing a Mr. Miyagi and so so it just really surprised me how a lot of that trend really caught on. So a lot of fantasy novels and a lot of contemporary romance novels use very cartoony style. And I came across these two that I just had to buy hard copies of. I just had to buy hard copies of. And no, I'm really going to read them, right? I'm really going to read them. And also the thing is too, is I like to see other people's, to see how they format their books and how they put them together. And yeah, so these two I had to pick up. Never judge a book by its cover. Always judge a book by its cover, especially when the book is called Used by
the Say the title.
It's called Used by the Unicorn. And it's a series of novels. I only bought two of them because the concept is there is this I guess it's like the concept is that there is this special club, like an escort service club that caters to monsters. So I guess it's like it's human women, right? Running an escort service for monster boys. Yes. Well, the actual monsters or the actual monsters. So like this one. Okay. Would you make a deal to be used by a unicorn and his herd? This is the book. So I've got a secret and I haven't told a soul. I'm pregnant by my deadbeat ex-husband and thousands of dollars in debt. So when the chance comes up to become an escort with monstrous deals, I jump at it. After all, it sounds like my dream job. I wear pretty lingerie, I flirt and serve drinks, and the perks are I can play with a whole herd of unicorns if I want to. Sign me up. I'm in my hoe era, okay? Gotta have fun while I can. Only one of the herd won't stop watching me. Sterling is big and strong and hung, well, like a horse. Oh my God. During the party, he makes my pleasure the main attraction, and I'm absolutely swooning. But when he tells me I'm his bondmate and he wants me to join his herd, I run a mile. I'm not looking for anything serious, not again. Besides, there's no way he'll stick around when he learns my secret. Yeah, so this is by Amy Wright, used by the Unicorn. So yes, I had to pick this up for both the cover and the concept. And no, and I'm going to read this in all seriousness. I'm going to absolutely.
Oh, I'm
read
sure
this
you
in all
are.
seriousness.
Absolutely.
But this one I had to pick up because I thought you would enjoy this. I thought, but I'm going to read it. But I thought of you when I bought it.
That's nice, Daphne. You think of me with your smut.
Worshipped by the werewolf.
Wow, yes.
Worshipped by the werewolf. Let's see. Would you make a deal to dominate the werewolf at full moon? Maurice is a lone wolf, rejected, half feral at full moon, unable to control himself when he goes into heat. That's not what scares me. Even as a beast, he's a very good boy. All that need gets channeled into pleasing me. You see, we've met before. One night a year ago, when I ran from the way he looked at me, as if I was his whole world, as if he was mine. He can't be mine, because if he was, he'd be in danger too. When he begs me to see him through just one more full moon, my heart gets the better of me and I give in. Snowed in at his cabin in the woods, I'm finding out just how hard it is to resist his relentless optimism, his goofy charm, and his huge knot.
Well then.
Yes, and we're not talking about garlic knots, people. Right?
Oh, I touched it that time.
You gave it a little pow and it flew away. Annoyed by the fly.
Oh, jeez.
So I had to buy these two books. But yes, so both of these are from Amy Wright. Like I said, I'm going to read them very seriously. But also it's like, really, it's like the fact that she uses like these really cartoony covers. It's like I really did had to judge by the covers and pick them up. It's like, but yeah. So oh my goodness. So Dave Stevens.
Yeah.
It's a Dave Stevens. So you were saying that that the documentary depressed you.
It did, especially at the end, because he starts talking about, there not being enough time and feeling like he wasted so much time or whatever. But
Right.
This is the man that is responsible for seeing to it that Betty Page was compensated for her likeness being used by so many fucking pinup artists.
Yeah.
Like, he sought her out and like in her 70s and like ended up taking her, like he took care of her. He took her grocery shopping, all this other shit. He made sure that other artists that had used her likeness compensated her too. I mean, just, that was really cool. That was like oh man, that love was genuine. I mean, he did say earlier on in his younger years that she was his ideal woman, and there was sincerity in his love for her.
But no love for that fly, though.
No love for this fucking fly that just stay behind me and mind your business till we're done.
Right. Yeah. But the whole thing, but the thing is about like there's never enough time, right? Like there was
but it was crazy because to hear it, you'd think that he was talking about like he had failed. However, we're still talking about him to this day. The man was a perfectionist and often fell behind up to a month or more on deadlines. But when you got it, you got what you asked for. And
because there was that story that I guess one of his friends told about. There was the leg of a bulldog, right? That he took 2 weeks to
perfect it.
Yeah, to ink it, because he says it wasn't right. And it took him 2 weeks to fix that dog leg. It's like he was just so fussy, right? I think like the closest artist that's like that now is Travis Charest. He works a lot with humanoids. He does like a lot of Meta Baron stuff. And like he's so slow, like the French, like his French publishers who like they produce comics like like individual comics like once a year or twice a year, you know, and
Right.
they're telling Travis, you're slow. You're even
Right.
too slow for us, right? But once you get the finished books,
Huh.
you forget all that. You really do. You really do forget that you waited, you know, a year, you
Right.
know, just to get like 16 pages of Meta Barons out of him, you know. And I guess it's like, yeah, and you know, yeah, it's like with Dave Stevens, it's like, oh, it took him 2 weeks to do this one page, and it's like, well, just to do a section of a page, but then once you got it, it's like all of a sudden nobody remembers that it took him
Right.
2 weeks
Right.
to do that, you know, because that's how his skill level was. People, you know, and that's the thing, people are, there's that list that we talked about where it's like the 6 things that, what was it, the 6 things that people care about, the only 6 things that people care about when it comes to art, right? And the top 3, you know, like the second, like the first is fame. If you're famous, you can sell anything, right? You could do stick figures, and if you're famous, people will buy a stick figure comic from Mr. Beast type of thing. It doesn't matter,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
But the next level down is skill.
Right.
And it's like, and when you're talking about people who have the skill level is so high that in the end it's like, oh yeah, it took him, I had to wait like a year for
Right.
it's okay, it's fine, you know, like the skill, like you're not going to look at, you know, like Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein pieces and go, yeah, but it's like, you know, it took him 6 months just to do one piece. Nobody says that. Nobody
Nobody.
says that,
Nobody.
you know. Because, you know, on a certain level, you know, on a certain level, I think that people really do understand skill, you know, and, you know, and they do end up appreciating it. You know, it's like with all this about, you know, this generated schlock, you know, it's like, I think the real ones understand what they're looking at.
Right.
And you know, but the thing is, though, you had said it's like, oh, there's never enough time, right? And there's this saying that I saw in one of my books about the Stoics, where I forgot who said it, but it's like, it's not that life is short, is that we waste so much time with it.
Right.
You know, and you know, and that's kind of, you know, and that's also something that especially has been resonating, right? It's like, you know, yeah, it's like, you know, like how much time do we have, all this stuff to do, but how much of it is really just us wasting our time? And especially these last 4 years, and I've said that I've probably done more comic book work, just more comic book work in general, these past 4 years than I've done in the last 20.
Huh.
You know, and you know, I'm still trying to finish up issue 13 of Eagle Raven, right? But but the thing is, though, I am at a complicated several scenes, so I take a little bit more time in getting my layouts. You know, it's like I finished thumbnailing these little thumbnails, you know, that I'm finally like transferring them to the actual pages for me to pencil them out. But I think like the weirdest thing that I kept hearing people say in these past 4 years is that, holy crap, you're a beast. You know, the amount of work that you've put
constant
out. You know, it's like the amount of work, the fact that, you know, that I'm just about finishing a 15 issue series in 3 years. You know, it's you know, and the thing is that I get really kind of like, it's not that I find it like, it's not that I find it weird, but the thing is, though, it's like, I don't think I'm really doing anything special, especially knowing like how many years I've kind of like, I've been doing the same thing, but at a much slower pace, because
Right.
of the fact that I really didn't, I don't think that I scheduled things properly. You know, although in the past I would always have to work around having an actual job. You
Right.
know, it's only in these last 10 years that I've been working from home, and even then it's only in these last 4 years, that I feel like I have kind of like my shit together enough schedule wise that I can give a more or less more accurate assessment as to how much work I can actually get done. When before it was kind of like I was really wishy-washy about like what I could get done. Where it's like now it's like if I say that, yeah, I could probably pencil this out in like 3 weeks, I feel like I'm saying that with certainty, as
Right.
opposed to just like wishing,
An ETA.
Yeah, exactly. Like sort of like, and like, yeah, like I'm not wishing that I could do it in 3 weeks. Like, no, I could pencil this out in 3 weeks.
Confidence is sexy.
Right. But the thing is, though, the confidence comes from having an accurate assessment as to what you can actually do. I've always said that it would take me, that I could do a comic in 3 months, essentially, if I took a month for penciling, a month for inking, and a month for coloring, right? But it's only like now can I say that that's a realistic schedule for me.
Right.
And even then, especially with the penciling, I'm realizing that I could actually do it in less than a month when I'm penciling. But if anyone asked me seriously, it would be like, okay, so technically it takes me 3 months to do one issue.
Right.
But now I know for sure. It actually now I know for sure that's what it does. That's what my schedule is, right? So Colleen Duran had posted on her Substack a thing about her schedule. Now this is a woman who, it's like if you called her a beast when it comes to working, it's like I would agree that's the case. But in the end, it's what she's saying, it's just a schedule thing,
right?
If you're a creator and you're trying to figure out where do people find the time, it's not literal time we're finding, it's how we schedule what we do things. I mean, if anything, when it comes to making your work, making your comics, making your books, whatever, the biggest skill that you can learn is time management. So here she was talking about, let's see. She says, one of the dopiest things I ever heard from a self-help guru is that your momentum should be effortless. I agree that removing obstacles to momentum is a good thing, but momentum is never effortless. And that really resonated, because it is not effortless. Right?
No.
So she was talking about like, and also things like that effort, that momentum had to be constantly maintained. She was talking about how she has like exercise equipment in her garage, right? But she would never use it. So she brought it into her office. So she started using her exercise equipment, but then deadlines would pop up and then she stopped using her equipment, right? Now she goes to a gym to work out while her exercise equipment is still in her office, right? Because in the end, her schedule told her that going to the gym was more effortless than actually getting up and using the machine that was in her office already.
Right.
And as counterintuitive as that sounds, that's what we mean by, like, the other day I was talking about removing barriers from people buying your stuff, right? And obviously for her, it's less of a barrier to go to a gym than it is for her to get up from her seat and go to the machine that's literally next to her desk.
But I actually get that, because what'll happen is you'll start fucking working out and you'll be like, I need to do this real quick. And then the next thing you know, you're sitting at your goddamn desk. My shit is right next to the desk in the living room.
Right. Yeah.
And I will literally be like, about to get started. And then it's like,
yeah. So, so she was saying so she's saying, like, I don't know anyone who doesn't struggle with momentum, getting it and keeping it going. And you probably wouldn't be reading this if you weren't a little bit dissatisfied with it. Dissatisfaction can be very motivating, but it could also tip right into overwhelm, which for her, I'm reading this, which for me is, I'm sure for many others, is a major mind obstacle. You know, so then she starts going, it's like, okay, so for her, like for me, like if you asked me what my schedule was, I don't have a schedule, like a set schedule per se. I'm not somebody who like, oh, my day starts at 7 a.m. and this is what I do for 45 minutes. And then I do this for a half hour. And then it's like, you know, and then I cut for lunch. And then I do, you know, it's like, I've tried doing that in the past. And it never, I could never maintain it because any little hiccup would throw off the entire schedule.
Right.
Like if for some reason I had to run an errand at the time that I was, oh, well, I'm supposed to be working out at this time, but oh, I have to do this important errand. Right. Then all of a sudden, oh, now it throws off my entire schedule. Right. So it never really worked for me. And I think that if I were to describe my way of scheduling myself, it's kind of like putting order, trying to like find clarity in chaos, kind of, you know? So what I have is I have like this notepad.
Organized chaos.
Yes. Well, kind of. So I have this notepad that I keep on my desk, and I'm always writing everything that I have to do, because I'm the type of person that I can't use like digital tools for this, because I easily forget it. Right. So if I have to do something, I write it down. And if I forget it, I write it down again. And I just keep writing it down until
it's checked off.
Right. Until it's checked off. Right. It doesn't sound very organized, but
it is. I get it. That's how I function.
You know, right. You know, and it's like, okay, so it's like, so when I get up, I have, you know, it's like I take care of the birds, I feed the cat, and then I sit down and then I start organizing what I'm going to do, not necessarily for the day, but like what I want to accomplish. Because again, it's like I don't want to like set anything rigid. Like if I say nowadays, it's like, okay, I have two pages that I have thumbnailed out. I want to transfer those thumbnails. I want to pencil those thumbnails.
Right.
Most of the time I can get that. I can get my 2 pages done. Right. But here's the catch though. I also have to keep in mind, what do I not do in order to make that happen? Right. So it means that it's like, oh, well, my house doesn't get cleaned for a couple of days. I don't vacuum for a couple of days. You know, it's like, oh, the kitchen is just going to have to wait. Like there's certain things
the
that
kids
it's like
cooked ramen.
You know, right. Well, I guess for you, right? It's like,
Eat the rolls.
You know, so there's certain things, you know, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to save the laundry for tomorrow because I really want to get these 2 pages done. So it's like, it's, you know, it's what, you know, it's like, it's about like, okay, what am I making a priority at this moment? And that's kind of like how I work. And there are times that I can like it'll take me either 2 hours to do those 2 pages, or it could take me all day, you know, to do those 2 pages, but I'm getting them done. You know, it's just that I have to accept the fact that I'm getting this done at the expense of other things, and I can't get caught up in that. You know, it's like, it's not, and, you know, because also the thing is, I was like, look, it's not going to kill me if I don't clean my kitchen right now. It's not going to kill me if I don't vacuum up the cat litter that gets scattered on the floor right now. You know, it's like, I just take a broom, I broom it into the corner. It's like, okay, I'll get to you later when, you know, you know, that's, you know, I take it that that's not how you function. Right.
That's exactly how I function, but I can't function with this
damn fly. Oh, with the fly. The fly is in there, right?
I'm about to be done with this shit. I'll keep talking.
Right. Okay. So what Colleen Durant talks about. So I guess these are the things that she talks about on how she keeps her momentum, right? To get your momentum. And here's the thing too. Momentum, it's like what? Motivation follows action. So if you're the type that thinks that you have to be motivated to do something, I have some bad news for you. The science is not on your side. you have to actually do something in order to feel motivated to do that, which creates the momentum to keep you doing it. If you don't, it's like you don't feel like exercising, you have to exercise, and then the motivation, once you get started, then you end up with the motivation to continue. It's the same thing with work. You don't wait for motivation. You actually have to sit down and do it, and then the motivation will follow, which creates that momentum. So her first thing that she does is that she establishes a clear goal as to what is it that she wants. So establish a clear goal. I want to feel better, or I want to be rich, or I want to be a rock star, or goals, but they're not clear. They're magical thinking totems. I want to create a realistic fitness routine and be healthier and lose 20 pounds and keep it off is a clear goal. I want to complete a 100-page graphic novel by December is a clear goal. Clarity is power. Overwhelm and generality drowns clarity. Keep goals clear. I sit down. I want to do 2 pages. I want to pencil out 2 pages for Eager Raven issue 13 today. That's the goal. And that's what I focus on. So, and then, like I said, it either takes me 2 hours or it takes me 8, but it gets done.
Right.
Because that's my focus. It usually takes longer if I have to do a little research on what I want in backgrounds and stuff like that. That's usually takes what takes. If I'm just like doing like a scene that doesn't need that stuff, it usually takes me a lot faster. And then once I finish that goal, then I step back and then I go, okay, now my goal is to clean the kitchen, and then I do that. Then I take the next step. If I, and it's like, now it's like, I have to go to the post office, or something like that, so I don't set goals for a day. I set goals for the moment. And then once that goal is done, then I move on to the next goal.
See, I have both. I have generalized goals, which are stuff that I need to do for myself for the network. Like, for example, right now, running a new ad is on the list to convert people to my Facebook page and to the YouTube channel. But I also have like the dailies that have the priorities, which are making sure that people are fucking fed, paid clients prioritized, groups knocked out and taken care of, and it's like there is no set time for that throughout the day. As long as I hit all those and make sure that those are checked off every day, I'm good. Like I have an everyday checklist and a as I go along checklist.
Right. Yeah. So the next thing that she talks about is take decisive action. Start small and build. Commit to a modest, achievable goal for 7 days and build on them. They can be anything, like cleaning the fridge or taking out trash daily or walking for 15 minutes a day or writing that novel for a half hour a day. Doable, positive, moving forward goals that can make small differences you can build on, create momentum. And that momentum can help you move forward on bigger things. Right, because our Art Victim says, and if you want art as a job, you got to get to work. People can't wait for inspiration to go to the factory. They just got to go to work. Inspiration needs to be taken out of the equation. It's true. There was an author that was asked, "What's your inspiration?" And his answer was receiving a check that says "Pay to the order." No, you don't wait for inspiration. Inspiration, honestly, I mean, it's like, look, inspiration is what I get during the work.
Right.
It doesn't cause the work, although, sometimes, sometimes it's like you're in the shower and trying to figure something out and you do get inspired for something, but the actual work itself, that's not what you get inspired to do. It's like creative inspiration is a little bit different, especially like if I'm trying to figure out a scene and, I'm doing something really random, and something that helps too. It helps to break up your schedule. Exactly. It helps to break up your work schedule with kind of like random moments, so that sometimes you do kind of like allow your brain to shift gears. And because that's when I usually am able to like to solve problems that I'm having, so it's like your motive, I'm going to work all day on my book. And that's not exactly healthy either. So that's why I kind of work like 1 or 2 pages at a time. And then it's like I give myself a little bit of breathing room and then like do something random and then come back to, okay, now I'm going to do another 2 pages. Because you kind of have to shake the brain case sometimes, to kind of like, so you're not stuck. So I never say I'm going to do a 32-page book in a month. I don't say that. That's what I'd like to do, but that's not my goal. My goal is, it's like, okay, for this, I say, I like, how much work can I finish by the end of the month? And then depending on how much I get done, then whether I can say I want to finish this book by Friday, right? I want to finish, like right now, I want to finish issue 13 by Friday or Saturday because I have 10 pages left. Technically, I should be, if I do 2 pages a day, I will be able to meet that goal. So now I can say I want to finish my book at the end of the month, as opposed to at the beginning of the month where I'm like going, okay, what can I actually get done? Oh, I can do 2 pages today. I could do a page today. And then as that momentum builds, then I can clarify my goals. So, but also the idea is that you're doing something every day. Even when I was working, I always made sure like I did an hour or 2 of work before I went to work. So I was drawing comics for about 1 to 2 hours. And whatever I got done, that's what I got done. It's like, as long as like, look, I have this time, I'm going to spend it working, and I'm just going to just keep working, and then I'm going to go to work.
Yeah, that's what C does.
It's like, because I don't do that. Oh, I have to finish this page before I go to work. I don't, that's a little too specific for me.
Right.
It's just, no, I'm going to work on those pages.
Yeah, because then if you don't, your whole day's shit and shot.
Right, exactly. Because I like to keep the goal open-ended until I actually get to it, and then I can revise as I go along. Then she says, pay attention. As someone who spends a lot of time living in my head, paying attention can be a challenge. I go down the rabbit hole. What? I didn't exercise for 3 weeks? Has it been that long? Oops, I forgot all about that assignment. I never followed up on that email. Is that project I'm working on actually doing well, or am I living in a delusional fog? How are others responding to you and what you do, what you say? Are you actually paying attention to the value of the contributions you make to a project, or are you just so invested in your forward energy you are walking right past all of your problems? The way I interpret that is that it is like going back to the I'm going to do a page before I go to work, I'm going to work on a page, as opposed to I'm going to finish a page, right? Because the risk that I take by saying I'm going to finish this page before I go to work is that the risk is that I mess up that page, or I do like a subpar work. I rush through it just to be able to say I met my goal. When in the end, I'd rather have a better crafted page than a finished page, if that makes sense, right? I would rather spend that hour knowing I'm taking my time and making a good page, doing my best work,
right,
than just rushing through it and being able to say, oh, I finished a 200-page graphic novel in 30 days. Or something like that. It's like, no, I'd rather, hey, Odin, I'd rather, like take that time. That's how I'm interpreting it.
Right.
It's like, it's the details that matter to me, not whether I met the criteria of the goal. That's
how you used your time, not
right.
Not racing to get
right. Exactly. It is more important for me. It's like, okay, I can. Yeah, it's more important for me to take my time on doing a page and doing it so that it looks really good, than being able to say I finished this page in 15 minutes.
Right.
That is never my goal. So it's like, so that's how I'm seeing that. I'm understanding what she's saying about paying attention. And then it says, and then 4, change your approach. Don't become married to a process, an idea, a thing. Change is good. Mistakes are good. You can learn from mistakes. Be open to altering your approach at all times. Routine is good, but is it the best routine it can be? Flexibility is key. Be willing to change everything. So again, it's like I don't hold myself to goals per se,
Right.
because I need the flexibility because, I have to be flexible. Life happens, things happen, things need to get done. There was a day where I had to spend a couple of hours arguing with the I don't know, with the buildings department over a form that was incomplete. Nobody plans for that. I certainly didn't schedule my day for that, but I had to put it in, right?
Right.
So it got settled, by the way. We got it all worked out.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. But so my schedule has to be open-ended enough that I can shift, I can pivot. And that's kind of like especially something that I've been learning the last couple of days. A lot of people don't understand the importance of being able to pivot. And because pivoting requires, because you have to be able to change what you're doing depending on the reality of your situation. If something comes up, right, that is not conducive to what you're doing, something has to give. Right? It's like either you have to put up with whatever this change is and say, okay, you know what? I can't worry about that. Or you have to decide how you're going to change what you're doing in order to accommodate whatever this change is that's getting in the way.
Right.
Right. And it just seems that a lot that there are people who it's like, no, this change, I'm not believing that this change is happening. Right. And I'm not going to change anything because I'm not believing this is happening. Right. And it's like, and then at that point, you're just in denial.
Because this worked before.
Right. Because this worked before. And, I shouldn't have to change, what's worked before because things are different now.
Right.
And it's like, okay, good luck with that. Good luck with that. So being able to having what you're doing, having a flexibility in what you're doing is really important when those roadblocks pop up, and they will always pop up, because it's like you have to because there are just some roadblocks you cannot do a Blues Brothers and run right through.
There are roadblocks and there are fucking bridges washed out that we have to come across.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like we're hit with the shit sometimes just out of the fucking blue that not only throws that day off, can throw off months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck, we were just going about our lives one day last year and all of a sudden C was in the hospital for 3 fucking months.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
It's just, it's crazy like that.
Yeah. Nobody plans for that.
No.
It wasn't all of a sudden, oh, no. It's like, oh.
It wasn't even like, oh, he's getting sick. Man, there might be something wrong. It was like.
No, it's like, poof. That was it. Something, yeah. It's like, yeah, it's, yeah, so it's like you have to and also it's like, platform, like platform rules change, terms of service changes, platforms collapse. It's like I especially saw that with Twitter, everybody freaking out as to holy shit, where do I go? I built my audience on Twitter. I'm going to have to start all over again, and people were having a hard time, and it's just like something's always going to happen. Oh, Odin says,
ignore him.
No, I want to read it. I give ultimate kudos to Daphne for not allowing my dumb comments to derail her very solid speech about her creative.
This is it.
Nina, was a Bronze Age era civilization ruled by the epic king Gilgamesh. Not sure how he could take a possessive interest in any one person. This is only between me and Odin. If you all don't understand, look, this is let's just say my Roman Empire is my Roman Empire. Is the Roman Empire. And none of you are supposed to get that, so don't worry about it. So yeah, so that's yeah, that actually did derail me. What was I saying?
Jesus.
What was I saying? Oh, by the way, because I forgot to mention, like I said, my Roman Empire is the Roman Empire. And I just wanted to say, Odin, it's like I really enjoyed your book. SPQR, SPQR's Bizarre Adventures Rubicon Invaders. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much. I do have to, I know that it's been a while since I got this. I just never mentioned it, but I really did enjoy opening it up and go, like, it's me, Pompey. Again, only me and him understand this joke. Don't worry about it. Um, so, where was I? Oh, yes. So, do the small thing. Okay. So, change your approach. Always have a schedule that's open ended. Learn to pivot.
Right.
It's like, you have to, because you just, certain things, like I said, certain things that worked before are not going to work anymore because, certain trends go out of style.
Right.
Or certain bubbles collapse, I mean, or, it's like, and that's the thing. Sometimes it's like, oh no, now you have to wait another 3 years until the trend comes back. That's been happening. I think like Cowboys is coming back now, right?
Well, Westerns in general.
Yeah, Westerns seem to be, circling back. So, so you have to be able to pivot if that's what you need to do. The next thing is role model. There's no need to reinvent the wheel every time you do something new to you. There are plenty of people out there who are probably already doing what you want to do. Study them. I mean, yeah, in terms of how I kind of picked all this up, it's from like a whole bunch of places. I used to read a lot of self-help books, read a lot of, Atomic Habits is a book that a lot of people recommend. Anything by Tim Ferriss. Where they talk about these things. It's like, like I said, it's like, especially in the last couple of years, I got really into Stoic philosophy and reading, meditations and, and how did Marcus Aurelius, do his day? Oh, he only ran the empire for God knows how long. How did his day? How did he wake up? Which he actually spells out in Meditations. But yeah, it's like trying to like find somebody who kind of like is doing what you want, what you'd like to see yourself do, and try to model what they're doing. But again, though, kind of take that with a grain of salt when you're modeling people, because a lot of times people talk about their schedules without telling you the reality of their schedules. So you're thinking it's one way. It's like, oh, how do you get so much work done? And then they forget. It's like, oh, well, you just need to, get to itedness and, work for 8 hours without any, without, and then
distractions.
No distractions. And then, right. And then they're
that.
not telling you it's because their wife is keeping the kids away from them. She's the one doing the laundry. They have a housekeeper. They have a team of people that they hire to do all the other stuff. It's like, oh, so,
right.
While I have people who fulfill my campaigns while I can sit and do the work. I can continue on whatever it is that I'm doing. That's how I'm able to do so many campaigns. It's like, people say, holy shit, Pat Shand, puts out so much work. Polito puts out so much work. It's because they have teams
These
of people.
motherfuckers ain't flying solo.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. So, always keep that in mind too, that it's like
nothing wrong with that either.
No, absolutely not.
A team, fucking
right. If you can
suit
afford
up,
a team,
bitches.
If you can afford a team, do it. That's a thing. That's big with Tim Ferriss. He's big with that. That if you can outsource something, outsource it. But that's if you can. We're comic book people. we barely have money to get through the day. So we only have enough money to buy books. Yeah, so it's like, so when you're wanting to mirror something, make sure you understand what you're looking at, that you understand that, you're not getting caught up in the illusion of having their shit together and what the reality is of what it takes for them to actually have their shit together, you know? So that's something to definitely be careful with. And the only thing, okay, so her last thing that she recommends is today's goal, right? She says journaling is good. Motivational journaling is best when you write things down by hand. You remember things better when you do. Write down 2 things that would improve your life today if you were to take action on them. Oh, this reminds me very much of Tony Robbins. I remember like back in the day, like back in like the 90s, I was following Tony Robbins, and he would talk about that. You know, it's like what can I take action on now? I say, I don't mean you need to immediately achieve world peace or get your own biplane. I mean, 2 things you've been putting off that would make your life better. Like for me, it would be like, okay, on the weekend, I'm going to take a Sunday and I'm going to clean my kitchen, or I'm going to clean my bathroom. I'm going to take 2 hours and clean my bathroom, that type of thing, you know?
Right.
It's like, okay, I have to I have this print I have to color. I'm going to take like probably like 2 hours to work on this piece just straight, you know? I mean, it's like, yeah. So it's like, which is kind of like mostly how I work. What am I doing right now? What am I going to do right now? What do I need to do, you know, in order to like get this done? Right. So that's what she's saying. Yeah, it's like, and the whole thing about writing it down. That's why I have this notepad here. What do I have to do? Oh, I have to go pack another X boxes for the Tall Tales campaign, right? I have to do that. I have to send out PDFs. I have to do this, you know, it's like, yeah. And I have to fit laundry in the middle of that. It's like, you know, I write that down, especially if it's a type of thing that I know it'd be very easy for me to forget. And usually if it's something I really don't want to do, I have to write it. I especially have to write it down on Post-it notes. So I have like these little Post-it notes of little special Post-it notes of things that I absolutely have to not forget to do.
Oh boy. Yeah.
When writing it down in the notepad isn't enough. Right? Because then in this way on the Post-it, I could put it literally in front of my face. It's like, okay,
on the computer monitor, so I cannot forget it while I'm sitting here.
Yeah. So so it's like, yeah, so that's right. And then she says that once you write it down, in this particular case, she's saying that once you write it down, get up and do it immediately. You know, so it's like if I say, oh, I need to do my laundry,
you and your motivation, ma'am.
Get up and, you know, let me go get that.
All right, well, I need to clean my refrigerator.
Right. Oh. You know, it's like
it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry.
You know, it depends again, but that's where the flexibility comes in, right? And again, it also depends on what you're prioritizing. You know, because like I said, for me, the kitchen being kind of not up to snuff for a couple of hours, it's like, look, I'd rather get my pages done, and then I can wipe down the counters at the end of the day. You know, because my priority is my pages. You know, it's like, and depending if something has an actual deadline, that becomes a priority. You know, if a commission comes in, it's like, oh, I have to get it done in a week. Well, guess what? You know, that has to be the priority.
Yep, pay clients first.
Yeah, well, that would help. Yeah, so
number one.
Right.
Why? Because I like money.
Yeah, well, we all do. You know, but in the end, her whole point is that
you better not.
Right. The whole point with her is that, you know, you do the small the small things. You do the small things that build up to the big things. Right. And that's in the end, it's like it's not beast mode. It's not anything special. I'm not doing anything special to get this much work done.
Right.
I'm just deciding that this is what I'm prioritizing. You know, and then working accordingly. And then again, working it enough with enough open-endedness that I can pivot if I need to.
Right.
Because something else comes up. But
and it always will.
Right. So the next time you say it's like, oh, that person's got their shit together, it's like, oh, that person's a beast. Kind of, think about what exactly are you seeing that you're reacting to,
Right.
and then wonder whether, well, why, like, well, okay, so if they're doing this, why can't you do it? Again, according, in context to your life,
Right.
it's like, because like I said, I haven't worked a straight job in 10 years. So yeah, I can spend all day working on pages. But like, it's like, oh, well, I can work an hour before work. I can work on something, I can work something on something on my lunch break. I can do something then. I used to do that too. I used to color in furry pinups at work during my lunchtime back in the day. So it's like, yeah, so during lunch I'd be eating my lunch and I'd be coloring. This was a mouse. No, this was back
Oh,
before
way back.
tablets. Yeah, with a mouse.
Whoa.
I would be digitally coloring furry pinups during lunch. I mean, you just kind of like, say, okay, you can do that. And then before you know it, like the way Jose likes to think about it is that if he asks for a page a week from an artist, within a year, he has what, like two issues, 2.5 issues.
Right.
Right. But it didn't feel like anything because, oh, you're only doing a page a week, as opposed to, oh, you have to get this issue done in 30 days.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure because of that open schedule, because realistically, is a page a week that much of an ask when it comes to an artist, when it comes to asking an artist?
Well, it also just, you still got to take into consideration other things that they could have on their plates too.
Well,
but yeah, usually it's reasonable.
Yeah, usually a page a week, right? And it's like, and usually you're more likely to get better work.
Well, I've got a client that's waiting 6 months for 2 pages, and it's like,
oh, yeah, that's kind of a different scenario, because now it's like, okay, something's wrong, something went wrong. It was for Dave Stevens. Yeah, so something was
4
wrong.
weeks later,
if you're waiting, yeah, Dave Stevens can make everybody wait 2 weeks for a panel, but for a page, but it's like everybody else. You just kind of adjust. Just gotta adjust accordingly, and yeah. So that's pretty much what I got. I mean, I still find it weird when people say it's like, oh, I'm a beast because I do so much work. And it's like, it's just, yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. Actually,
you're not that special.
Yeah, it's like, I just sat down and did the work. It's just, maybe the time you would have spent watching a TV show, you could have spent that time drawing something. Maybe instead of like spending 3 hours playing, I don't know, what's Skyrim or something, whatever the kids are playing now. What are the kids playing now?
They're playing Terraria again. So
right,
my kids,
right.
I'm playing Skyrim, but I say that I haven't touched it. I need to go check on Lydia and the kids.
Right. Well, so yeah, so instead of playing that for 3 hours, well, you could just play it for 1 and then use the other 2 hours actually.
You don't understand Skyrim, obviously.
But I mean, priorities, right?
Right, no, for sure.
Priorities. So yeah, so that's kind of what I got today on this.
And timeless, because Bethesda
I'm old, man. I'm old.
No, seriously. Skyrim should still be your go-to Elder Scrolls reference, because fuck Bethesda screwing around doing the Elder Scrolls Online that sucks when they could have given us Elder Scrolls 6 fucking years ago. No.
I'm old, bro. I think the last actual video game I played seriously was Diablo 2.
Really? So you haven't played 3?
I don't remember. I think 3 was when they went into online mode, I think. And then it's like that was mostly Jose playing that with a friend of his. But yeah, I was only mostly 1 and 2. I can't play online mode. I never got into those,
Yeah, we need to work on that.
Right. So you got anything else, Nita?
I'm doing shit. I'm busy. I'm scheduling. I'm prioritizing.
You're prioritizing.
I'm prioritizing. I'm getting off of here. I'm gonna spam out some posts. I'm gonna go clean out my fucking refrigerator, and then I'm on an mission to catch this fly.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Like seriously, dude's giving me a nervous
breakdown. I don't know why I swallowed a fly. What's that song called? Right.
God, I hate Bethesda so much right now. Yeah. I've been hating them for 5 years.
Right. Oh, there you go. So, thank you so much, everybody, for spending your valuable Memorial Day time with us today. I'm sure you guys all got a barbecue to go to or something.
Right? Talk about generic wasteland.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, and or like I said, this is all for you who have to work anyway today, because some companies just don't believe in holidays, or at least not for you. So I don't know. I hope most everybody is enjoying today anyway, or at least I hope you enjoyed your weekend regardless. So any other schedule things that
Sketchy Saturday is on hiatus until further notice. Maybe potentially forever. I don't fucking know. Artists are fucking complicated motherfuckers to keep.
We have schedules
to have. Yeah, like so. Schedules. I don't know if it's coming back or not. And let's see. Jason Doobie's taking today off, so there will be no show this evening. Yeah. Tune in tomorrow for Hyde Hermit Studios at 3, and then Wednesday. Wait a minute.
What?
Never mind. I'm off schedule.
Oh,
I'm so far off schedule.
I'm
right. God dang it. Tune in Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Eastern. Christy Shin's Demon Bitch Lunch Hour, followed by Daphne Lejard at 4.
Yes, I will have a live stream this Wednesday.
Shit. Okay.
There you go. See, that's why you have to write everything down. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us and for commenting and all that.
Because I can't have her nerding off.
Yeah, I know, because she has to keep me focused. Because you know how it goes. I completely forget my train of thought. Oh my goodness. So you can head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites. But I mostly post to Facebook if you're interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress updates. And you can also catch me here on YouTube for all my videos and my semi weekly art live streams Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. This Wednesday I will have a live stream barring anything. Remember, stay flexible. At 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours of me just working on whatever and talking with the chat. At least there, I can talk about the Roman Empire at my own leisure. And remember, you can also read Eager Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link over to Tall Tales, TAILSonline.com. And not only can you read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, you can catch up on the latest story arc, Tears of the Mother, which is also currently uploading Monday through Friday. And remember, Eager Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn launches on June 10th. Link is in the chat and in the show notes. It's for Volume 2 trade, collecting issues 5 through 8 of this 15-issue series. So make sure that you sign up on the pre-launch page to get notified when the campaign goes live. Thank you again. Thank you again for joining us, for sharing your holiday with us. And in the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments. Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.